morning. Yeah, you're right. Welcome back. Greetings. M Hood discovered. May not be morning where you're watching this. It may very well be. But it just so happens that it's a Sunday morning for me as I film this. It is early or it is late. It is not sunny because it is before pre-dawn still. I've not been awake very long enough for my second cup of ginger coffee. Very good, very decent so far, but I have plans for the day, right? It is a Sunday. What do I usually do on a Sunday morning? Well, it's not Shabbat anymore, so it's time to work, right? Well, there's always this one thing down here that has to happen, sometimes twice a week, but at least once a week, and I have to get on it. I got to get out and cut the grass, and I can't start right now because I have a combustion mower rather than an electric one, and it is still quite dark outside. So I need the light to come up a little bit. I need to be fortified because it's going to be hot. It's a bit of work. Got other things to do. I need to stay fortified throughout the morning until it's lunchtime. How I'm gonna do that, right? How I'm gonna do that? Well, we're gonna start with boom. But we're not gonna just say that that's a fortified breakfast. For a lot of people, oatmeal is. It's not what I wanted this morning, but the store's not open. I don't have what I want, and the store's not open. But I can fortify the dickens out of oatmeal with this one thing that I do have. Yeah, you're right. This is flaxseed meal. Bob's Red Mill. Flaxseed meal. Really good stuff. It's kind of fortunate that I don't have what I want this morning because it takes longer to make that, right? This is oatmeal. It takes a little less time. So what we're gonna do is gonna make one serving for myself. Boom. There we go. Right into my pot, which is my rice cooker pot. Super easy if you have a rice cooker to do oatmeal. It's not just, well, you need a rice cooker with options for the settings. It doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune. You don't have to miss a truck payment to get a nice rice cooker. You could even go into a thrift store and find one of these for a lot cheaper. But the problem with getting them from a thrift store is you're probably going to find the inside worn down and not too inviting for putting your food in because, yeah, you might be worried about some things. Maybe it would behoove you to get the newer looking one not so worn. Okay, the lid is on, so there's always going to be like a recommended amount of flaxseed meal that you add to your oatmeal. But really, over time, you realize that it's more about to your liking. All right, so I put about a whole container, right, of oatmeal, which is about a cup. And I'm going to go half. I'll put that in there with my oatmeal. So why add flaxseed meal to your oatmeal? Let me tell you, without going into science, going into like actual numbers, when you add flaxseed to the oatmeal, you bring the protein and the vitamin amount up so high. So high. You can add this to other grains that you might have in the morning and it'll do the same thing. But oatmeal is not one of the grains with the most protein. The grain for the morning time or any time of the day that has the highest rate, the highest amount, percentages of protein, that's kasha, or you may know it as buckwheat. We don't have no buckwheat this morning. The store's not open and I'm out. But adding this to the oatmeal fortifies the dickens out of it. This will keep you going. Yeah, you're right. So easy peasy. There's other things I'm gonna do. I haven't got the dogs out. If I'm gonna be honest, I haven't got the dogs out. I just got into my second cup, right? And I usually get a few sips of the second cup, and then we're out with the dogs, and I are out looking to make some deposits and walk around and enjoy the morning before it turns into a big microwave out there. So what we want to do is, since we put one of these of oatmeal in there, even though we put a half of these of flaxseed, we still gonna stay with our ratio. We're not gonna think about the flax, right? We're just gonna do 2 of these water. To make it easy on me or you, I'm gonna pour the water right here, right now, so I don't have to move the lighting around. There we go. 1. 2. And I forgot something, but it's not that big of a deal. I forgot a couple of things, but you know, technically I've not. So, well, the one technical thing that I did forget that is a good thing to do before you add the water is your dry mix. Mix the flax and the oatmeal up before the water. But if you forget, like I did this morning, just break out the wooden spoon, because it's not going to hurt the coating on the pot. Give it a nice mix. If you want to add a little salt, this is the best time to do it. I'm just going to put a little dash of kosher salt in there. Helps it a lot as it cooks. I'm going to stir that in a little bit. You see, I really am stirring. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. All right. All things in good time, right? Come on, let's push some buttons. On here, I have different settings for different things. I have white rice, brown rice, quinoa. I can steam stuff. Conveniently, I have an oatmeal setting. So, some people get confused. If, you know, they're thinking something like buckwheat is the same thing as like oatmeal. You know, like they're thinking that you can do buckwheat here, but you're gonna get a better, sometimes brown rice is the best, right? Best setting. We could do oatmeal on brown rice, but the oatmeal doesn't, this is quick oatmeal, doesn't need that. So just hit oatmeal. We took the long way to get to that. And it's gonna flash and flash, and they go, oh, look, my goodness, we got plenty of time to walk the dogs. I'm fully aware of the elephant in the room. These are quick oats. It would have been much quicker on the stovetop, even the microwave, though I do not like doing oatmeal in the microwave. And I like the way it comes out in the rice cooker. I'm not ready to eat, honestly. I'm ready to get out and hang out with my dogs outside. So it's all good, but I am aware of the elephant in the room. If you want to do it on the stovetop, that's fine, right? I gotta go. I'll see you when I get back with my dogs. The peach came out less than ideal, but it's all good. Until, or yet, still, it's not quite, it hasn't been tested, right? It has to be tested. Not by yours truly, but we need the red bone. We need the coonhound approval. Hey, let's see if she approves. Come here. Go. Oh, such spirit, such confidence. and it's gone. She didn't spit it out. So these peaches are good. We can proceed. It's not like I wanted to see if they were poisoned or anything. My dog just really likes certain vegetables and fruits and things. I tried to see if she would take ginger from me yesterday. I offered her a little slice of ginger, and she was a little cautious at first. But she kindly took it out of my hand, went into the other room, spent a few seconds in there with it, and then came back wanting more. And I was like, are you trying to fool me? You're trying to fool me. You can't fool me. I went into the other room, and that little piece of ginger, where, yes, it was fouled up a little bit, it was molested a little bit, but it was not digested at all. It was not even swallowed. It was just looking deteriorated on the floor. Yeah, you're right. Blackberries. So the peaches were on sale. I don't remember what, but you know, they were on sale. And these were too. Really good. Not poisoned. Wow, I could see when she took that half a blackberry from me and she took it in her mouth and was chewing on it. She was like, I could see her thinking like, this is different. Maybe this is the first time I've ever given her a blackberry. Let's see if I can give her a whole one. Tulsa. Sometimes my red bone doesn't appreciate things that have too much of an acidic level to them, right? Some people don't like oatmeal or other grains for breakfast because they might not say this in these words, but this is really what they mean. Like they want meat or something, right? They can't have it without meat. Well, what they mean is there's no fat content really to speak of. And sometimes I up the fat content of a breakfast grain with butter. Not this morning. We're gonna use Greek yogurt, as you saw earlier. I gave you a flash of that. This is honey vanilla. It was on sale. Butter was not on sale. Butter's priced right now like it's got gold flakes in it. Goopy, lumpy looking, right? It's oatmeal. It's nice and thick. Hopefully every morning this week is going to be as good as this morning feels. It's pretty mellow, super mellow actually. It's not hot and slimy yet, but it's gonna get there. And I gotta get out there. I still have time. But by the time I get out there, super freaking fortified I will be for sure, because this is what that is. This is fortified. I really wanted to say something else. Something that would throw me back to the 90s. I'm just gonna say it. It's the bomb. That's what this is. And it's a good one. Yeah, you're right. So the peaches and the blackberries add a little more of two things. More vitamins and more protein, but let's not forget the natural sugars, because I did not add any sugar. There's a bit of sweetness to the yogurt because it's honey, right? And then the blackberry and the peaches bring their own natural sugars, their own natural sweetness. The blackberry is full of vitamin C. Yeah, you're right. Look, can you see right down here? She wants this. She says, you've had enough. Let me finish it. No, that's not how it works. Yeah, you're right. A lot of people don't like oatmeal because they think it's too simple, think it's too bland, too Puritan, too Quaker. Too common. It's for farm folk, they think. Peasants. Working people. Hey, that's all of us. Never forget it. Yeah, you're right. I'm ready to take on the day. I'm ready to take on the week, come what may. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna get out there after I finish this, do all my garden stuff, all my yard stuff, including cutting the grass. And then it's forward, more forward thinking, more cooking. Because lunch will be coming up soon after I get all the yard done. And then the afternoon, breakfast, lunch, dinner, gotta fit fishing in. Fishing might be a prelude to dinner. Who knows what's going to come of the day? It is the dog days of summer. But there's no reason just to hide in the one air-conditioned room you have. You can fortify yourself to get out there and deal with that heat, deal with that sliminess, that buttered air, because that's what it feels like sometimes when you walk out into this humidity, like you're walking through buttered oxygen. But if you're fortified the right way, and probably not dressed in all black like this, but you know, it wasn't hot when I put this black shirt on. But yeah, I'm not cutting the grass in it because I will just be a magnet for the heat. But yeah, you can do it right. It doesn't mean the feeling's gonna go away. You're still gonna feel it out there, but you will get through it. Yeah, you're right. Here's to getting through it. Yeah, you're right. And I am totally ready to get through it. Get it done. Because I got other things I want to get done. Hey, until next time, thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing to the channels. Thank you so much for that. We are about to be just sitting around waiting for the word to come back. Because we are clear. We are green. We are good to go. We can apply it to be monetized now. Yeah, you're right. Thank you so much. And again, I will see you next time.